Hi, my name is Benjamin. I'm 9 years sober. I continue every day to look to help others, to give back to those who have helped me, and to the community that's given me everything back into my life.
I'm Heather Champion. I'm a licensed mental health counselor with a private practice. I met Ben while working at an outpatient treatment center called The Retreat that's not here anymore. We've maintained our friendship since then and enjoy taking time to talk about therapy and our lives as champions.
Disclaimer: the content of this video is intended for informational use only. It is in no way intended as a replacement for medical or psychological advice. Should you have a medical or psychological issue, please consult with a medical professional. Okay, so hey everybody, it is the Real Champions podcast. I am Heather Champion.
Benjamin.
And last week we started talking, or actually 2 weeks ago, right? We started talking about how Ben needed to make some changes. He wanted to get up and go to the gym in the morning. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, I have some lessons that I give to my clients about how to start making some changes. So I'm going to pull up my whiteboard and I'm going to put it up here. Use the classic whiteboard. Okay, there we go. And we are sharing our screen. Alrighty, so one of the things that we know, right, is that we typically have these situations. We're just going to do it. And the situation will evoke a response. I'm doing pretty good here with us. Look at that.
All right.
And we'll say that when it's an inappropriate response, the response is sad face, right? Right? We can say that's pretty normal, right? Situation evokes a response. It's an inappropriate response. So there's something going on here mediating this line. Is there not? Right. There's something there. What is here? What goes here? What goes in this bubble? What's mediating this line between situation and response? What do we think?
Action?
No, because
No.
action is my response.
Ah,
So
thought, I guess.
what's mediating this? What's going on in this bubble?
Fear, nerves.
What is fear? Let's take it up a notch to make it more generalized. What is fear? It's one of
The lack of wanting to do something out of.
it's being more specific. Let's be less specific. Fear falls into a category of other things that are, it starts with an E, the word.
I'm horrible at guessing games. Emotions.
Yes, fear is an emotion, right? M-O. We'll call emot because I can't fit more than that in there. So emotions, an emotion is going to moderate this. It's going to cause the situation to look a very specific way to me and then cause my response, which could be potentially a negative response. Doesn't always be, not always a positive response, right? So we have three ways to tell what an emotion is when we're experiencing that. Those are three aspects that we have of an emotion. What do we think those three aspects are of an emotion? Well, how can we tell what type of an emotion or which emotion we're experiencing?
Our thoughts.
Okay. I have an order that I could do these in.
I guess our physical signs.
What do you mean physical signs?
Like emotions. If I'm nervous, you can see it like on my physically. Like I'm shaking, my legs are shaky.
So is that what you're feeling or what people are seeing?
Really what they're saying.
Okay, so we call that
Uh,
body language.
but for as many years I've been in this, you think I know some of this?
It's been a while since we had this conversation.
True.
And what would the other one be, right? I asked you, is
Mm,
this what you can see or what you can feel inside your body? So internal feelings, right? We call that physical
Mhm.
sensations, right? That's a big S. Physical sensations, right? So physically in my body, if I'm feeling fear, let's say, right? I'm feeling fear. I'm going to have a very specific set of physical sensations going on inside my body. I can usually identify it. And the thing is, one of the things that I actually have somebody I've been working with who discovered this recently, that the physical sensations associated with fear also could be some cardiac issues. And that's why panic attacks usually get misdiagnosed as a heart attack or some sort of cardiac
Yep.
problem. This person actually had it the other way around. They thought they
Oh,
were having a panic attack, they were actually having a heart attack.
oh wow.
Yeah. And so we've been kind of dealing with that with them. But yeah, so physical sensations is a big one. Body language is another one where sometimes I can't see my body language, but I can feel myself doing something. Like I can see that, like I'm driving really fast or I'm making like a really like mean face at people. If I have enough insight, I can recognize that I'm the one that's doing that other people aren't doing that to me. And then our thoughts. We can listen to our own thoughts are going on in our head. Specific emotions kind of draw up specific type of thought processes. Depression sounds a very specific way in our head. So does loneliness and sadness or anger or fear, right? There's a kind of a set of things that we tend to say to ourselves when we're experiencing that. So all three of those will tell us what is happening for us. If we can pick out on the thought, this is something that we might be able to change, right?
Mhm.
So we can use something called internal coping strategies. I'm getting worse at this. Oh, got something in the way on my desk. Hold on. I'll get there. I'll go STRAT strategies, internal coping strategies. Right. And my favorite one to use to change thoughts is called, any idea what this might be called?
The pause.
What?
I don't know. The pause. The breathe. Reflection.
No.
Reframe.
Reframe.
Yeah.
Yes. I like reframing. First question in my reframing exercise that I give people is always, what is happening? What have I been thinking about here? If I can rework on reframing, right? And when I reframe, what I'm doing is I'm not trying to make it a happy face. I'm trying to make it a neutral face. We want to
Mhm.
neutralize the negative thoughts, right, that come with the negative emotion. If I'm able to neutralize those negative thoughts, then I'm able to get into that situation and handle it a little bit better because I can recognize that it's just my thinking that's making me see it this way because our thoughts can change the way that we notice things, the way that we see things, right? Our emotions can make it seem a hell of a lot worse than it actually is if we're going into a situation, right? If I go into a situation thinking this is going to be the worst thing ever, very likely it will be the worst thing ever. But the thing is that if we go through this like on a regular basis, let's say this is a regular kind of occurrence that I'm doing, right? I know this situation will always bring up this emotion and response. I could do something, oh my gosh, before the situation happens to help, to change how I enter that situation. I call these boundaries.
Mm.
B-O-U. Ooh. Or self-care. So self-care for me is not manis and petties. It is changing the way that I enter a situation, right? So for me, like I built a little bench this weekend. I made some little lights to go outside my house. I made a new
Oh,
garden. That was my self-care this weekend. I was out in 100 and something degree temperature working on that, and I was having a blast. I completely lost track of time. I ended up drinking 2 bottles of Gatorade when I was done, and I never have Gatorade because I was so dehydrated, but I was enjoying
wow.
myself so much I forgot to drink water. Not good. Not good at all. But the thing is that if we do that, I'm going to change my color to, let's say, dark red. If we do this, right, then when we enter that situation, then we have a new emotion, which then leads to
New response.
a better response. So by recognizing what I need to do here to change the
Mm.
situation, then I can get through it a hell of a lot better. And this is what I was talking about last time about you having trouble with getting yourself up on time for working out, right?
Yep.
This is what's going on here, right? The situation is bringing up an emotion, a response. I can't get out of bed. We can look at these things and try to reframe. And that's what you were kind of talking about telling yourself something different and when the alarm's going off to change it. And so one of the things that I would say is like, no, do some stuff in the beginning, like before this even starts. So before you go to bed, set your clothes out. Leave your sneakers right
Yep.
there. So as soon as you step out of bed, your feet hitting the sneakers, right? Change some of those things so that you can't not fail.
It's
Recognize.
um it's a lot. I did do that actually last night. I did set everything out to a degree.
Mhm,
I'm still it's a mental block for me right now. It is that it's still you deserve this.
mhm,
I can't see what this 6:30 will do. Now I've been getting better at waking up earlier. Like I'll wake up at 6:30. That's not been the issue. It's well, I don't have to be at work till 9ish anyway, and
mhm,
I can do this when I get home. It's getting a little better. Like each last week, I think I did 3 out of the 5 days. At least woke up by 6:45. Worked out 2 of the days I walked. We started walking at night now,
mhm.
but it's still I know where the mental is. Right, literally in bed. It's I'm good to get up.
But the thing is, though,
It's the
that
deserving.
it's not just that you deserve it. Like, yeah, you deserve to stay in bed, but maybe you're also setting the bar a little bit too high by thinking that I can get up 5 days a week earlier.
Maybe start, and that's what I was thinking this
Start with
week. Like I gave myself today.
one day,
Yep.
one day, one day. Set that like, okay, this is the day. Pick the date, right? If we look at like go back to the diagram, pick that day of the week where you know you can do this. You
Hmm.
know you can do it on that day. I'm going to do it that day. And get used to for a
Right.
few weeks doing it just that one day. And that's my only goal is at least once. And I'm going to choose that day because I know it's good. You have to retrain the way that your brain thinks so that it recognizes that this is a good thing that we need to be doing.
Hmm.
So you need to like get the positive reinforcement going in here where you're feeling better on that day when you get up early. And oh my God, look at all this free time I have in the afternoon now. I don't have to go and do anything. And it's so much easier to walk the dogs in the morning before the sun's starting to come up. So, because it's not hot and it's better for their paws, rather than taking them in the afternoon where I have to, be mindful of like where I'm walking them because the ground is going to be too hot and I'm sweating balls by doing this because it's freaking hot. It's hot out there, right? Like you have to come up with your reinforcements, your own reinforcement schedule because the benefit of getting up early and doing it early has to outweigh the benefit of staying in bed and relaxing.
Okay. So we're gonna pick one day
Mhm.
for sure the next 2 weeks to select
Right,
the day that will benefit me on both ends.
right. And then keep telling
Most
yourself,
likely be tomorrow.
right. So that just pick that one day and do that for a few weeks and see how that goes. Because if you're feeling better on that one day, you're going to keep going with it. You're going to like, you know what? I've been doing it from one day. I feel really good. Let me add another one in.
Yeah, it's a really it's one of those every morning I'm mad at myself when I finally like I'll still do my workout, but it's like, oh, I was up at 6:30. Why didn't I just go for the walk? So it's
But
definitely a mental block I have to work through.
that's
Once
the other thing is like the stuff you tell yourself determines how successful you're going to be. So by getting mad at yourself for sleeping in, not helping you, it's going to make it more likely you're going to do it again tomorrow.
I've done good, Justin, I have done good like staying up with each other and checking in.
Hmm.
But I think yeah, I think come up with one specific day that I know this is a benchmark, then this will tell me what's really happening from here on out instead of just hoping I do it every morning.
Yeah. If you just,
So 5 days of failure, pick one day that I put my best attempt into it.
right. And then the rest of the week, it's like, I can sleep in, I can sleep
The
in.
rest is a reward if I get up and do it.
Right. If I happen to get up
Okay.
and do it, then that's great. But if not, that my goal was the one day to get up early, really early, and just do it that one day. Um,
Okay.
that's that, and people always set their goals up too high. We like
Fine.
I have a client who lives in Jacksonville, and we sit there and we talk about stuff, and she's like, "I'm so mad I'm not further along. I'm so not mad I'm not further along." So I say to her, "Honey, you live in Jacksonville, not in Virginia. If you're trying to get to New York, it's going to take you twice as long, but you got to
Hmm.
accept the fact that you're in Jacksonville. You keep
Yep.
expecting to be in Virginia when you take off on this trip, and you're nowhere near Virginia yet, you know?"
Start where you are.
Exactly. And, if you're expecting somebody in your life to change, meet them where they are too. If they're in Jacksonville, they're
So
in Jacksonville. Just accept the fact that they're in Jacksonville. Accept the fact that you're in Jacksonville. Accept the fact that they're in Jacksonville. You have a long road ahead of you. Take it one step at a time. It's
one day
okay
at a time.
that way. Well, that's why people always fail. And like, it's funny because like I'm in the gym 4 days a week religiously. I used to try to go 5 days a week. I cannot get myself there. I've given up. If I happen to wake up one day on a Friday and be like, "Oh, I think I'm going to go to the gym," then I do it. I try to do extra stuff on the weekends, but it's okay. I've accepted the fact that I put everything I can into those 4 days. I used to be a 7 day
Hmm.
person at the gym. I'm not
Yep,
anymore.
I remember that.
Yeah, I can't get that. I can't get back to that place. And I don't think that, it's okay. It's fine that I don't
Yep.
do seven anymore. It's fine. I mean, way back in the day, like when I was 35, I would do 2 and 3 a days, 7 days per week. I mean, like God, I was so skinny. God, I look at pictures of what I look like right then. I was like, damn, I look good. Don't look like that anymore. But in any event, like we have to move slowly through change. The slower we move, the easier it's going to happen. And the lower I make that bar that I'm trying to hit, the more likely I'm going to go beyond it, right? So if like I have this one, threshold that I have to pass in my goal setting. So I set that one threshold that I know I can pass. And the good feeling of passing that threshold, right? It's something that I know I can do, but I haven't done it yet. So if I pass that one threshold, oh, I feel good about myself. Guess what? I'm going to try more. but I'm not going to put myself down for not making it further than that. Going to give myself some
Sure.
grace and some breaks. Like it's okay. Making change is hard. Making change is really hard.
Okay. I'll
So
lean into this.
And maybe next time we'll go over one of my favorite lessons to do with people, and that's Amy's story.
Okay. I'm down.
Yeah. I used to yell at everybody when we used to work together way back in the day in group because I would do Amy's story probably about once a week with people. It was a lesson I would do about once a week. And some of the regulars, I was like, you should be able to do this lesson on your own. You have sat through it so many times. And they would look at me and be like, I don't, and I would start, like, I'd start going through the story. I'd start go through the lesson. I'm like, so what's the answer to the next question? And like, and they'd be like, I can't remember. I'm like, this is why you're still here. It's why you can't get out of rehab. And it's like, you can't get, because you cannot figure this out. Like, how many times do I go over the same story before you're going to realize it? It's a story of somebody who relapsed. It's a true story. But I think it really helps us to see what happens as stress levels increase, how we respond to it, and how
Okay.
we tend to respond really, really badly, and everybody around us does not know what to do and how to help us through it. So, anyway, we'll call that it for today, and we will see you all again next time. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.
Real Champions Podcast, Season 2, Episode 11, Making Changes continued. What does it mean to be a champion when that's your name? The Real Champions Podcast is co-hosted by Heather Champion and Benjamin Champion. It's edited by Heather Champion. Produced by Maitri Counseling Services, all rights reserved. Questions or comments can be referred to Heather at Maitri Therapy, MAITRI-therapy.com.
You are not alone. Remember, if you or someone you know is struggling with thoughts of suicide, please call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-TALK. For local help, dial 211 on your phone to be connected to resources in your area. If you experience mental health or substance abuse issues, please call the National Alliance or Mental Health or NAMNI at 1-800-950-NAMNI. Or in a crisis, text NAMI, NAMI, to 741-741. Check out the NAMI website, nami.org, for additional resources.